Good morning, lunatics. We are out at Sam Rayburn's second day of practice for the MLF Big 5 event out here on Sam Rayburn. And we're going to the Ford dealership. If you didn't watch my travel out here video, you missed out on the fact that my check engine light was coming on and I was having truck issues while driving out here from California. So today we're taking the truck in to get looked at a nearby Ford dealership. And we're picking up a U-Haul, and that's what we're going to be using for the rest of the week, and hopefully the truck gets fixed by the time I got to leave. So stay tuned, follow along my day. We will get out on the water and fish at some point, but we got to take care of this because I don't know if the truck's making it home if I don't get it fixed. So we're going to the Ford dealership. Well, the truck got dropped off at the dealership, and now we are at the U-Haul station. And I tried to get my U-Haul pickup time moved up, but I wasn't able to. I have to wait till somebody's actually physically here. I guess they have some type of program where you can pick up the truck on your phone. They have the keys in a lockbox or something like that. But I gotta wait like an hour until someone's here to help me with the U-Haul, and then we'll be back to go hook up the boat and go fishing. And it's supposed to rain, thunder, stuff like that, lightning maybe, so that'll be an adventure out on the water today too. But it's always a nice adventure on the Matt Luna Fishing YouTube channel. I always seem to have issues when I do these tournaments. Thankfully this is it so far, and hopefully it stays that way. All right, we got our U-Haul. We are heading back to the hotel to hook up the boat, and then we're gonna go get on the water. It's nice having that taken care of and not an issue any longer. But one thing that's funky is this truck rental, this U-Haul, smells like cigarettes and probably COVID-19. All right, everybody, well, it's time to go head out on the water. Got the U-Haul hooked up to the boat. Now it's time to go make one more stop before we get out on the water, and I'll see you guys out there on the water here in a couple minutes. But for you guys, it'll be like in a second, but I'll see you out on the water. Let's go. All right, finally on the water. Bucking bass weather too. We got rain. I think it's supposed to get worse too, but we're going fishing. Hopefully we can catch some big old Rayburn bass. Well, we finally made it. It's about 9:30, but we're out here. We're gonna go do some work, hopefully catch some fish. Not too many, but hopefully we find a bunch of spots, find some stuff that we can do come tournament time. But yeah, 9:30, not too bad. I was able to get my U-Haul about half an hour earlier than I was planning, so that's always good. Got me out here half an hour out. Obviously a half an hour sooner than I would have otherwise. But starting to get a little bit windy, starting to get some rain, and bucking bass weather. It's hot though. It's like muggy, it's hot, but I don't want to get all wet because then I might get sick, and who wants to be sick while they're out here trying to catch some fish? So let's go do this. Well, we got ourselves a little bit of a breeze out here today. Definitely a little bit different than it's been. Got some weather today. There's one. Fish on! Right underneath the boat. Little spotted bass. That's not what we came for Rayburn for. Not what we came to Rayburn for. tough day right now. I've been fishing offshore a lot, throwing a crankbait a little bit as well. I'm doing a lot of graphing, but I'm not getting bit. I'm not really seeing what I found yesterday anywhere, which is a bummer. I found a nice little offshore rock pile yesterday that I caught a 6-pounder on, and unfortunately I can't duplicate it. So that's an isolated spot right now instead of a pattern or something, which would have been nice. Still got, you know, a few hours left in the day today to try to find something, but definitely been a grind. Maybe the shallow bite is better today, I don't know. Haven't really done it enough, but here pretty soon I'll probably, you know, abandon this offshore deal and then start checking out some of the grassy areas. I'm not finding a lot of grass out here either, which probably is not a good thing for when you're fishing on Rayburn. Well, I gave the offshore a really valiant effort and have nothing to show for it except for that one little tiny fish. So I figured we'd go up shallow and just check out some of these bays, and this one right here has a little bit off color water, which I think I like. I don't need it to be perfectly clear, but not muddy either, I think would be good. So we're gonna flip some of this hay grass and hopefully we can get ourselves a bite. There's one. Oh, I got bit. Dang it. Well, that's a bummer. I just got bit on the trap. That's a bummer. Especially when bites are at a premium. But there's good grass in here. I like the hay grass on the outside. I'm gonna come back here, I think, tomorrow morning and hopefully have more time to fish in here and kind of figure out the best way to approach it. But I just got bit on the trap. I don't know if I just set the hook too soon or what, but I definitely got bit. There's one. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that was a bite. Rough day of fishing out here on Sam Rayburn. Caught one rat, lost probably a 2-3 pounder in the back of a cut, flipping. That was a bummer that I missed it. I saw that fish and everything. Probably a 3-pounder or something like that. It would have been nice to have caught something decent today. As soon as I started going shallow and kind of committed to it, I started getting a couple bites. Also got a bite on a trap. And I got a bite on a shaky head, but I think it was probably a small spotted bass because there are a few spots in Rayburn. But man, tough day. Put in as long as I could. It's almost dark and I don't want to make the run back to the ramp in the dark. So we're on our way back, and tomorrow gonna stay shallow most of the day. Probably gonna come back into this area again so I can try to learn it. The grass is pretty good in here and not too dirty. The water's kind of clean, and yeah, I think I'm gonna try a couple different things in this grass and not just do the reaction stuff. I might throw like a little mini Carolina rig or just something that I can fish slower through that grass and not get so hung up and snagged. So a couple things in mind. Hopefully it all works out. But again, thanks for watching. Big thank you to all the sponsors, GCI Outdoors, Dual Molds, WaterLand, and 6 Cents for being the presenting sponsors for this tournament, for these videos, and thank you to all my other sponsors as well, and for all of you guys watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya!